Little Orange Plum.
Hello everyone and welcome to Little Orange Plum. So today we are looking at a little subreddit called r/Bad Women's Anatomy. So this is like one of the OG subreddits for my channel. This is one we're always on, and to start off with we have wow, thanks, I'm cured. And this has been cross-posted on Pointlessly Gendered. We'll have a tweet which says, alright, enough is enough. No woman has autism. Posts a picture of a woman who is diagnosed with autism. Today I decided to try a song I've never heard. And then the guy below says, pretty interesting how every woman calling herself autistic has a fine-tuned social understanding of how to act cute and dress well as a standard female's desire to put pictures and videos of herself on social media. Again, this has been discussed a lot with most of these mental just basically not being neurotypical. Pretty much every single time this comes up, we always have to have the same conversation. For the better part of a century, all medical research that was done into all of these kind of issues was done using focus groups of white, male, cisgendered, straight patients. And different people present with these things differently. There is both autism and ADHD are massively underreported in girls, not because they are any less common in girls, but because girls exhibit symptoms differently. Same thing with heart attacks. There's been like a massive push recently to change heart attack awareness because the classic, everyone knows this I think by this point, you're having a heart attack when you have chest pains, can't breathe, and pains shooting down, I think it's your left arm, one of your arms, I can't remember which one. That's classic male heart attack, and women are actually much more likely to die of a heart attack because it usually presents more as like a heartburny kind of feeling with stomach problems, and the shooting pains in the arms is actually quite uncommon for women. Majority of women who die of a heart attack did not have shooting pains in their arm. It's a men's symptom. And you want to act like girls are doing this, saying that they have a slightly different version of autism than men do for your male attention because you're that freaking oblivious that it's that hard for you to wrap your head around the notion that no, she does have autism. She doesn't present the same as the classic male diagnosis because of patriarchy. It's basically her needs not being prioritized in society. Next we have, it's been 2 years, she must be loose. So loose by now. Oh, good grief. I know where this is going already because it's Bad Women's Anatomy and, I think this belongs here, but maybe not. Trust me, if that's the title, it belongs here. It always does. A while ago, one of my boyfriends asked him if my vagina was loose now because it has been 2 years since me and my boyfriend started dating, so obviously that means I must be so stretched out and loose now because apparently that's how the female body works. After I told his friend how misogynistic that is, he told my boyfriend to control your female. We can't look through this subreddit without the whole girls be loose thing. And at this point I'm tired of explaining that what makes a vagina feel tight is the muscles. If they are strong, healthy, have been exercised regularly and are not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol or other forms of muscle relaxant, then they will feel strong enough to feel tight. The stereotype, so to say, of promiscuous women being more of like women getting basically used up, very simple, comes from from a couple of things. One, childbirth is very trying, and nowadays we have Kegel exercises to help women recover from that. In the past they did not, and therefore women would not always bounce back fully and quickly, and therefore felt looser after childbirth because it can damage those muscles. They will recover, of course, but if you train them back. And similarly, fitness in general is use it or lose it. As you get older, it gets harder to maintain. And also, if you don't do any exercises, you're going to get weaker, which is going to make you feel loose. And, of course, pretty much should go without saying, yes, some promiscuous women do feel a lot looser than not promiscuous women. It's not because they've had more sex. It's because some people who are promiscuous have had bad things happen into the past, and they are choosing to cope with promiscuity and other behaviours, such as alcoholism and drug use, which are muscle relaxants. most drugs and alcohol and things like that, and all can cause are affecting you as a muscle relaxant and can also cause permanent nerve damage, which would cause you to no longer be able to effectively contract your muscles. It's why you get those drunk people whose hands constantly shake, because they've damaged their nerves. And also, if you damage the nerves in any part of if you do full body nerve damage or just full body muscle relaxant, that includes not being able to squeeze those muscles in your vagina, which would make you feel tight. Ergo, promiscuity and feeling loose are connected, because promiscuity as a coping mechanism and alcoholism and other drug use as a coping mechanism go hand in hand. Not because the sex made you loose, obviously. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this still sounds like bullshit. Probably. Let's have a look. Fun fact! Women are repelled by the smell of other women and men unless they are ovulating, then male smells are attractive. Honey, if you don't wash yourself, it's never attractive, and lesbians exist. Girls smell nice. They do. Found on Facebook, I don't even know what's happening to her stomach. Oh, holy fuck, what did I just let myself in for? Okay. We have I Read a Story, Novel, and ebook. Is this an actually published novel? Oh, holy crap. This looks fanfiction-y. An average wolf, regardless of his strength, couldn't stand the heat. The heat was a moment of time where the wolf found his mate, but didn't claim or mark her. Great. It was horrible and torturous. I lived through that pain for over a year until I didn't come to Whitebridge to claim my mate. She was underage then, and this time she wasn't. Is this a Twilight fanfiction? What is going on with this woman's body? That is not how pregnancy bellies work. Literally this belly appears to be hanging all the way down to her knees. It's weird. And I'm creeped out by the sentence. He didn't claim her because she was underage. Now, no, creepy, ew, no. I don't need to read your fanfiction. It's weird. Next we have warmth and comfort are for women. Rome fell because its men started taking warm baths like women. Okay, we have my reason for starting. Why the fuck not? I can shower with hot water and I can shower with cold water. The hot one sounds more tempting and desirable and comforting and warm and relaxing. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go with cold because as a man I should. Because I've conditioned myself that nothing is worth doing if I'm not even slightly hard. Because I was made to overcome, not to be weak and soft and warm. Comfort is for women. Warmth is for women. Desiring luxury is for women. They're not for me. The Romans themselves said they lost the city because they abandoned cold bathing and instead relaxed in luxury hot baths like women. This is why women live longer. Just to be clear, because it comes up a lot in when you get to talking about men's and women's rights, you get a lot of men who are like, well, obviously women must be more privileged because you're like protected class who live longer. Yeah, it's because you say and think stupid things like this. That's why you don't live as long. Seriously, you had a perfect opportunity to have something that you wanted in your life. You instead chose to make things harder for yourself just to make them harder for yourself. If you're going to behave like that, I'm going to have to say you have forfeited all rights to complain about having a hard life. Okay? Dear men's rights activists, sorry, this is your gender. This is how you choose to be. I'm not listening to your complaints until you drop this attitude. Okay, we're going to do one more real quick. A guy asked for advice because his girlfriend outed herself as asexual. I thought the comments might fit here. She's not asexual. She just doesn't want to fuck you. Probably used to bigger guys. Okay. Break up with her so that you can find a new guy who will turn her sexuality back on. I guarantee you that this 22-year-old woman still has working sex organs. That's not how asexuality works, my dude. She just does not want to work them with you. You also deserve to break up with her for yourself. If she is truly asexual, again, she's not. Why force yourself to stay in a relationship like that? Because there's more to a relationship than just sex. And also, I feel like at this point, if we need to explain that this is asexual as a sexual orientation, not as a problem with her functioning organs. Like, there's a point where it's not even worth saying, because you just kind of know that any guy who thinks like that, if you tell him this is her orientation, not a problem with her biology, and also it is entirely possible to be beautifully attractive, young, healthy, completely able to have functional sex in a normal way, but to just not desire it as an orientation, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with her. It means there's something wrong with you for not respecting her. But obviously, these are the kind of guys who are just a little too obsessed with sex, to the point where you could never possibly explain this in a way that they would actually understand. So, that's where I'm going to end the video, I guess. This has been r/Bad Women's Anatomy. And if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!